Warning, the following podcast contains coarse language and spoilers for the film and the title of the podcast.
Now playing movie reviews in 20 Qs.
Hello, you goddamn fantastic people, and welcome to the podcast Movie Reviews in 20 Qs, the show where we review a movie by asking 20 weird and wonderful questions about it. As you can see in the name of this podcast, we are doing the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, Mutant Mayhem. And if you're going to do a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film, you've got to get in a guy with the mind of a teenager. It's Matiu. How you going?
Cut the music. I want to know, Sam, if you keep your promises.
I'm eating my own hat?
And I was so stoked.
What the fuck?
I was so stoked you wore a hat today because I was like, I listened to the podcast and the whole time I was just hoping, I was just waiting for her to say, I'm the best singer out of the group.
Yeah,
and
right.
She gave it away. She gave it up. So I brought you a knife and fork and let's go.
I actually did it
tomato
tonight.
sauce?
I christened my fish and chips as hat, and I ate it. It was delicious. It was delicious.
Do you have it with a side of humble pie?
I got it. Massive side of humble pie. Fuck, she got me. Holy shit. I don't even want to listen back to the Pitch Perfect episode because I remember the disbelief and she's going to say it soon. Surely she's going to say it soon. Anyway, enough out of Mr. Teenager. Let's move on to the mutant. Kahu, how you going?
Yeah, I'm just in the dark of that whole exchange, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Just hide inside your shell, you turtle.
Yeah.
So anyway, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film has just come out. Well, it's just come out in New Zealand. It's been out in America for like 3 months, 6 months. Some of us watched it at the movie theaters. Some of us didn't.
Watched it way before it got to the movie theaters.
Well, the New Zealand movie theaters.
Like, it takes me way back to the early 90s when we got movies 3 months late all the time.
Yeah, sometimes 3 years late.
Yeah.
Biggest name behind this, Seth Rogen. He was the one that I believe wrote it with his usual producing writer co-partner Evan Goldberg. He also stars in it. A whole bunch of other people starring in it, of which I don't know any of their names, looking at them.
Really? Jackie Chan?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I know Jackie Chan. I know his name is John Cena.
Wow, 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 wow.
A few big names filling in the sort of smaller roles. Paul Rudd, he was amazing. Rose Byrne.
Post Malone made it off the soundtrack and into the cast.
Amazing, eh? They managed to keep him sober enough to actually get all the way through a recording session. Amazing. Scores for this film, 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 96%, a massive 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
96%.
Crazy. But we will give our scores and what we think about it pretty soon. If you haven't heard this podcast before, what we do is we review a movie by asking 20 weird and wonderful questions about it. We start with 10 that can be applied to any film. We then move through 3 personal questions that we thought of while we were watching this film. The one we start with, compliment sandwich, one thing good, one thing bad, and one thing good. Kahu, take us away.
One thing good. Do we need a plot?
Oh yeah, plot. Who's watched it the most recently?
Matiu.
No, I watched this first. I watched this miles before you guys. Easy.
Okay, all I'll say is
you guys watched it just recently, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
I only come with movies that I've watched about 2 months ago.
I'll have a crack. Let me think. After years of being shouted from the human world, the Turtle Brothers set out to win the hearts of New Yorkers and be accepted as normal teenagers. Their new friend April O'Neil helps them take on a mysterious crime syndicate, but they soon get in over their heads when an army of mutants is unleashed upon them. Is that a pretty good description?
Yeah.
Something I just came up with. Yeah, let's move into the questions. Compliment sandwich. Kahu, lead us off.
Yeah. Compliment sandwich. Good thing. I liked how the grimy visual style of the animation kind of matched the environment of New York.
Yep.
And the turtles living in the sewer. Thought that was pretty well done. Bad. Turtles keep talking over each other all the time. That just really got on my nerves.
Okay, Karen.
You kids, shut up.
We never do that on this podcast.
Right of those damn skateboards. You hate people talking over you. That's curious.
No, it just annoyed me.
Why are you staring at Matiu?
It just annoyed me in this film because they just had annoying kid voices. And I'll finish with a good thing. I'd kind of forgotten all about Bebop and Rocksteady. They're so cool.
Yeah.
They're the boys.
They're the boys.
Awesome for John Cena to be the only one in this film that was like, I actually want to mask my voice a little bit because
Yeah.
I'm playing a giant fucking rhinoceros,
Yeah.
so it makes no sense that I sound like me. Everyone else, hey, Paul Rudd, we need you to put on a voice of a gecko. Hey, can I just talk like Paul Rudd? Yeah, sure.
Jackie Chan. Oh, just be Jackie Chan.
Oh, yeah. Rose Byrne, you know how you're Australian? Fucking got it.
So yeah, it was all right. It was a little bit on the kidsy side, I think, for the audience that it's directed to, which is fine. 5,500 nunchucks.
Wow, that's not very many.
That's way less than Barbie. Holy shit.
Yeah. I love how Barbie's the measuring
If
stick.
you
eh?
were a kid, would you rather have Teenage Mutant Ninja Toys or Barbie? These two fellow podcasters would both have Barbies, I think.
Hey, I haven't played my
Also
cards.
not a kid anymore.
Yeah, so for my compliments image, the first thing is probably I like it how they were teenagers. I'm going to go against Kahu on this one, and I think this is the first time I've seen them actually be teenagers. Sometimes,
Right?
sometimes they're like fucking adults.
Yeah.
I'm a teenager. Oh, fucking hell, I'm a teenager. Oh, no, you're not. you're about 12 feet tall. You're muscly as.
You know what the toughest part about being a teenager is? My damn hip replacement. And forgetting where I left my spectacles.
Yeah, but this time they were almost like I don't even know how to say this word. Prepubescent. Is that a
Have
word?
another go, bro. Prepubescent.
Prepubescent.
Pre-pubescent.
Preluminescent.
Effervescent.
Yeah, everyone knows what I don't mean.
Wake me up. Wake me up inside.
Yeah, but I thought this time they were just out of boys, just heading into teens, like they said in the film, and it really, and it was like, that's cool. They're actually teens in this movie, and they acted like it. So I thought that was cool. My bad thing, there was a lot of misses in the plot. There were a lot of jokes that just like, oh fuck.
Yes.
Yeah. And
That's all I got to say. Yes.
Kind of made the movie a little hard to get involved with. Like it was, there was like some bits I was like, I like that, and then I was like, starting. Yeah, I watched this 3 times, and I don't know if I've watched the whole thing. Yeah. And the last thing I did like, so I am giving this compliment sandwich, is their backstory. I thought this is the first time I've been like, that's how they became ninjas. Got the Billy Blanks videos.
Yeah. Oh, I've got so much to say about that. Oh, so much to say.
I was like, that's cool. That's cool. The whole Splinter backstory. I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's why they live in a sewer. Yeah. So overall, what'd you go? 5,500. Now I gave Barbie 5,000, so I'm all good wherever I go. Yeah, not the best, and I do like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I'm gonna go 5,950 nunchucks.
Yeah, over to me. I enjoyed this. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoyed it as well, especially the visuals. Like, you're right, Kahu. I really enjoyed the visuals. My bad thing was something that you just said was a good thing. Holy shit, there's a lot of exposition in this film. From start to finish, it's like, fuck, how much more do we need to know about these people? Giancarlo Esposito played Gus Fring in Breaking Bad, plays Baxter Stockman at the start. Oh, I never had any friends and I'm an outcast and that's why I've decided to make these mutant... Like, just fucking rants. Just rants and, like, gives us all his exposition. And then even Splinter, let me tell you the long story. Don't! We don't need to know it. Just fucking...
More Splinter. More Jackie Chan. He was awesome.
yeah, for sure. But, like, we don't need to see... Just so much exposition.
Where were you going to put him? You couldn't put him in an action scene. He's an old fucking rat.
Wow. Let's save comments on that till later.
Whereas there was no exposition on that guy organization that just kind of disappeared halfway through the film.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
It was funny because when I went and saw a review, I thought I fell asleep because I remember, like, I was like, what happened to those guys? And then they suddenly, like, take them prisoner, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, who are these guys? What? I must have slept through this. I may have watched it again today. I didn't sleep through anything. That's all I'm going to say. And then final good thing, the soundtrack in this. Oh, it's the tits. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of rap music, a lot of New York rap. Just awesome hits. Hit after hit.
You guys mentioned that the animation and the graphics, whatever you call it. It was cool how the people looked as fucked up as the mutants.
Yeah.
I was like, what the? That's out of it.
If anything, the turtles looked normaler
Yeah.
than the people. Like, especially Baxter Stockman, the dude at the start. And then
Yeah.
the head evil lady. She looked like she was a mutant. She looked like she was born by Chernobyl.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah.
And then, the other one good thing I wanted to bring up was Go Ninja Go. Vanilla Ice's song that he recorded for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was like, that's the tits. I even wanted the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or something, and I was like, that's a really good callback. So I enjoyed this more than you guys by the sound of it. 69.
Ooh, nice.
Not quite a 7, but yeah. Not quite a 7,000, but still. Anyway, question number 2. What have we got, Kahu?
What scene will you remember on your deathbed?
Have we all got the same answer of none of them?
I had to think long and hard.
Yeah.
But I reckon a young Splinter raising the little babies. And I thought that was pretty funny with the old mustache, taking them out on the town. And going to be called Ratman. He's
Called
a
Rat-
Ratman.
yeah. I loved how he had like a 70s disco funk look to him. Yeah, that was conservatively 2013.
Yeah. Early 2010s. Yeah. Yeah, turtles being milked. That's that was a bit grim.
Did that awake something inside of you? Kahu?
They're like, meet the fuckers, eh? You can milk anything with tits.
Yeah.
I've got nipples, Kahu. Can you milk me?
I thought about that every time they were talking about that.
My one was them messing around on top of the building, throwing ninja stars and then like slicing things. Only because I've seen it in the trailer a couple of times, and Fern kept asking, can I see the trailer for the Ninja Turtles? And I was like, yes, you can. And so we've seen the trailer quite a few times.
What part was that? I like that. All right.
Anyway, Matiu, question number 3.
What deep philosophical debate arose in you during this film?
Okay, stay with me here, guys. Do animals need glasses? Because Donatello is rolling around with glasses, right? And then that made me think, why are humans so special? Like, why have we got such great or shit eyesight? Sorry, Kahu, I'm looking at you and you wear glasses. Well, I don't know if you know I'm looking at you, but Kahu wears glasses. And he's got shit eyesight, so he has to wear glasses. Like, are there animals out there that have shit eyesight that are running into fucking walls and shit? And can I get videos of that?
Well, they probably just die, don't they?
No,
Because they can't survive in the natural world.
What do you mean?
Well, like, if
you don't need glasses to read. If you're an animal and you need to read, you need glasses. But if you don't need to read, when you take off your glasses, I'm not afraid that you're going to die.
What if you're an animal that can only see like half a meter in front of you?
Don't dogs have
like a blooming hyena comes out of nowhere and just owns you?
I'll tell you what, let's go climb into a lion enclosure, take off Kahu's glasses, we'll all run, and we'll see if Kahu runs in the same direction. We'll dress Kahu up like a zebra, and we'll just try and see if Kahu would also be able to escape with the rest of us, or if he'd run around like a fucking idiot before getting mauled by a lion.
Like, I guess in the natural world, an animal that has no sight is unlikely to mate, right?
No, what about snakes? They pretty much
So the
can't.
genes don't get passed on. There's no mutations.
What sort of genes, like Levi's or something?
Lees are the good ones.
Oh, Lees are, yeah.
Levi's are,
Mr. Hoity-toity, eh?
Yeah, your zipper always comes undone.
So
Sure. That's the reason why, eh, bro? That's the reason why your zipper's always undone.
my zipper just came undone.
Yeah, you know why, eh?
Yeah. I know why.
Big tube sock down the front.
That's why I'm fucking terrified. I know why. I don't want to get into it. This isn't the podcast. This isn't my therapy sessions.
For Donatello, though, I think it's because he must have got like extra ooze in his eye or something.
Ooze.
My deep philosophical debate was, why is Splinter a New York rat played by Jackie Chan, and are all the mice in New York from Hong Kong? Well, rat, sorry, he's a rat, of course.
Well, there was the great rat exodus from Hong Kong in 1947, and as a result, there's quite a huge rat community living in New York.
Yeah, they just chartered a boat and fled to New York.
Yeah. He did watch a lot of martial arts films, and maybe that's where he picked up the Hong Kong accent.
Maybe.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, that is a great answer.
What the fuck is going on?
It's a lot more
What the
plausible.
hell has happened to our podcast? He's giving smart answers. What the fuck are we doing, Kahu? Let's pack it up and leave.
Kai reckons any blind animal is going to die, or any animal that's got a slight eye problem. Nah.
I think if they couldn't hear, that'd be worse.
Do turtles have ears?
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, for sure.
Where are they?
On their body.
Under their shell?
Somewhere on them. No, I'm pretty sure they do.
Really?
It's like a coloration thing, or fuck, who cares? What's your?
Do they have noses? And when I say noses, they have holes for their nose so they can smell?
Yes, of course, man.
Yeah, they do. They've got like
They get straws stuck in them all the time. Remember?
the
they're trying
turtle
to do
head.
the-
It's
when
like on the.
When they're trying to,
When they're
snort
trying to do
coke.
walruses, and drink their drink.
When they've gone out partying in Ibiza and waking up like, oh fuck, is this shit gonna come out? What's yours?
You do mean floor spins though on a turtle shell. That'd be the way to go.
So
You
my-
would. Yeah, that would be.
my-
They
You get
used to do that in the
you get
original
stuck.
cartoon. Didn't
What's wrong with my question? Do turtles have ears?
Oh, is that your defeat? All right. Is that it?
Do I have to announce it? Oh, I got another one.
I just thought you were having one of your senior moments again.
Is this the worst April of all the turtle movies?
I actually really enjoyed this April. I thought she was cool.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought she was cool.
Ah.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool how they flipped it so that Leonardo was like the douchey love interest.
Yeah. That's just awful. Eh? What is? Just don't like. Why do they have to like her like that? Why can't she just be their friend? I don't get it.
That's how she was in the original one, right? And then, like in
It just
the
seemed like-
TV series, she was like their mate. And then I'm pretty sure Raphael or something had a crush on her at some point.
Yeah,
and
I think Donatello had a crush on Megan Fox. I think half the world has, but but why even have a sex symbol in a movie? It's like, what's that Marvel film with the duck? Like,
oh, Howard the Duck.
yeah, how the duck has to
Yeah.
have a, like, what's is that
Oh,
necessary?
yeah. Okay.
Why do we have to have a love interest? This got so much fucking exposition in this, and we have to have a love story.
If people want to hear my thoughts on ducks and girls having sex, go over to Contrarians. Don't look at me like that, Kahu. I did an episode on Howard the Duck. on the Contrarians podcast. Look up Contrarians Howard the Duck. It is fucked, that movie.
No
gonna
one,
leave it at
no
that.
one, go and investigate that, please.
Anyway, question number 4. Which character pissed you off the most?
Leonardo, he was just
Yeah.
real lame.
Knocked out on the guys and
Yeah,
supposed to be
he
the
was
leader.
like-
and he's talking
yeah.
like Batman.
Supposed to be the leader, but nobody wants him to be the leader. He thinks he's the leader, but nobody else thinks he's
Yeah, it's
the
like
leader.
by default, right?
Yeah.
Well, you said it before, Sam. Baxter Stockman. That was the most annoying one. The old daddy.
Yeah. I didn't like what they did with Michelangelo. He was smaller than the other guys, and he was always the sort of party, fun-loving one. And this one, he wants to do
Yeah.
improv, and is kind of almost as nerdy as Donatello.
Yeah, there was actually both him and Raphael were kind of the lesser roles out of the 4,
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, Raphael was like the anti-hero. He sort of pumped up in the other movies, but this one, yeah.
And he's like twice as big as any of the other ones.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, he is. He was always my favourite.
He's on
The
roids.
angry, surly one, eh?
Yeah. How yes.
No, why can't I just go out and be a vigilante? I hate my brothers. I hate my da-da-da-da-da.
Why are all my friends a bunch of losers? I don't know how I relate to him. I don't know what it is about him that makes me go, that's the dude.
It's because he's got shitty utensils for weapons.
Yeah.
You
can have a
stick man.
You can have a
You fucking
You can
weight
have a
stick
sword.
boy.
You can have you get nunchucks. We got some. We'll run out of weapons. You can have some forks.
Okay, rat guy, you can shut up as well.
I always thought he had the shittiest
Yeah,
weapons.
How much you?
Actually, we're just going to skip to that question
Yes.
right now.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. My second question. Let's add Spanky to the mix. If we were the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, boys, who would we be?
Sam, you're Raphael.
Fucking for sure.
Kahu, you're Donatello.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Fair.
now it's between Leo and Michelangelo.
Yep.
It just depends who you want to be led by, Spanky or me.
Wow.
Where
You guys are both splinters. Do I want to die a horrible, painful death, or do I want to die a painful,
we're
horrible
going to
death?
swap you out for Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, pretty much. What about you, Kahu? Are you
Yeah, I went Donatello as me as well.
self-awareness?
I actually had Spanky as Leonardo.
Oh,
Wow, really?
That's
I thought
deep
just
cut, bro.
'cause-
That was,
just 'cause-
you don't have a sword, but shit.
Leonardo in this film's just creeping all the time.
Oh, Spanky gave me.
Spanky is.
Beat me on the creep
Michelangelo's a little bitch.
Yeah, that's
scale.
Sam.
He's cool though. Oh, you're Michelangelo.
No, you're Michelangelo. What?
How the fuck is he the cool one?
Yes, I'm the cool one.
He's not the dopey cool one. Oh, I don't know about that.
And Machu's the surly one in the corner, Raphael.
The angry shit that doesn't listen to instructions. I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you guys, you're both wrong. This is the correct answers. Kahu is Donatello, and then there's 3 Raphaels.
Oh well.
Or if I'm being generous
the
to
brains of the
Spanky,
operation.
there's 2 Donatellos and 2 Raphaels.
Yeah, that's a
There we go. There's no Leos, there's no Michelangelos in this group.
0 liters. That's why we're in a garage on a Friday night.
Okay, now that we've segued into one of my questions, let's skip back. Number 5, Kahu.
What quote from this film would be the worst to hear immediately after having sex?
Why can't I ever dream about Harrison Ford? Because fuck, I don't look that good in a hat with my whip.
That's a good one. Do you know how hard it is to date mutants my age?
Let's try that again, but with ninja stars.
Oh, that's a bit kinky.
Yes.
A bit too sharp for my liking.
You need to experiment a bit more, Kahu.
yeah. But,
It's like that scene in Desperado, with the stirrup.
Yeah. 100%. Now there's a movie we should be talking about.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
You're definitely doing that at some point. Number 6, Machu, what is it?
what is the biggest dick move in this movie?
Holy shit, that girl just took a ninja star to her head. I'm going to steal a scooter. What a fucking wanker!
I thought it was pretty average. The humans attacking Splinter and the tiny turtles. They're just little babies.
He was Ratman though. They were just after Ratman.
Yeah, Ratman,
I
but
think I'd try and kill Ratman.
tiny turtles were collateral.
But like, here's the thing, right? I've been to New York, and I don't think anyone would have fucking blinked an eye when they saw that shit. They would have been like, yeah, probably, and then just
Yeah.
fucking walked on. Not like Ratman, oh, get him, you know, like.
There's an
unless-
explanation for that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like it could be his memory of it. People could have been like, "Oh, you're interesting," and he was, "Oh my god, he wants to fucking kill me." You know?
I thought it was when the turtles, all the turtles, befriended all the other mutants, and then turncoated on them pretty much straight away. I was like, they had a good idea. Fuck the humans.
Yeah.
You're living your whole life in the sewers because of the humans. You have to steal your food just like every other animal on the earth, and then the first time you meet some compatriots, you're like, nah, we'll go with those ones that try to kill us all the time.
Yeah.
It's a good point. It's a very good point. Question number 7: what was the biggest load of bullshit in this movie?
So, all the mutants, when they get oozed, is that a thing?
Ooze.
They end up bigger than their original form, but Rocksteady is smaller than an actual rhino. How does that work?
Are you familiar with dwarf rhinos?
Maybe he was a baby rhino.
Yeah, 'cause
Maybe
they
that's
must get different. They must get different levels of the ooze, because the fly, which is the smallest one, becomes the biggest one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although he was the original ace, so maybe he had the concentrated ooze.
But like the bug grew to be fucking huge.
Yeah.
And then the frog grew to stuff all.
Yeah.
Crocodile was probably smaller. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of bizarre. There's no
Yeah.
rhyme or reason.
Yeah, actually, the crocodile.
Where's the
Alligator.
science in a movie in which
Yeah.
I want to see the science? I need to see the science behind this shit.
see the empirical testing going back to day one.
BS.
If I apply ooze to a part of my body, I want to make sure it's going to grow bigger, goddammit.
I want that elephant now.
Sam's after that big booty.
yeah.
I am.
Forget this Brazilian butt lift. I'm going for the bebop butt lift.
I want to ooze my butt.
I don't know why. Like, why would any thug work for the Superfly? Like, if you're a thug with all your morals and integrity,
You almost made it all the way through that, bro. That was pretty impressive.
I just couldn't. What in what world? You're just a normal person. Why would you work for? How have these mutants figured out that there are thugs out there, and then they've just somehow blackmailed them with
hide
death?
them.
Yeah, with death.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you unless you steal stuff from me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
But if you see the head boss, you're going to get killed as well.
Yeah. I'm straight up going to eat you or mollywop the fuck out of you.
What the fuck? That was up there in terms of my one as well. Of like the biggest load of bullshit was that all his boys would turn on him though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's
easy as too.
Yeah, is that a bigger dick move than the turtles just turning on them? Yeah, it's got to be, eh?
it's up. I didn't know whether to do it as a dick move or bullshit because it seems like Superfly's raised these kids.
Yeah, you're my dad, but actually these kids I've just met, I'm going to follow them.
Yeah.
I've known them for 37 minutes and they've got a good point.
I don't even mind the people, even though they try and kill me every time I see them.
Yeah. I'm also going to say that it's a complete load of bullshit that none of these like mutants have been seen yet. Right? Superfly comes flying in and then picks up a van and flies it out in New York. And they've got is like camera footage of the bottom of this van. And they're like, oh, yeah, America, steal today. They've got CCTV all over New York City. Like, fuck, these guys haven't been spotted before.
Yeah, every thug with a camera, he's watching his boss get bullied by a fucking Superfly.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just as you said, though. It's like, oh, actually, that Superfly is maybe just like a costume around a drone or something.
And he flies into the
that can
air,
lift trucks.
Yeah, they can lift trucks. The shit the US military are doing with drones is phenomenal nowadays. That guy must have stolen
You
one.
must be real secretive, bloody criminal mastermind if you're not ringing the cops after you see a fucking Superfly come in and threaten your life, eh?
Right? Holy shit. Question number 8, Kahu.
Which character would you get to help you hide a dead body?
Superfly. Because he'd just come in, swoop it up, eat it. Yeah, he's the ultimate.
He would eat it. So that's a very good point.
Do flies eat stuff or do they just lick stuff? They eat shit, eh? That's what they eat. Like they're always flying.
I mean,
But just lick
they
it,
eat
don't
stuff, but I guess they're so
They got that
small,
little
they're not
sucker
going to
thing.
eat an entire turd, are
Actually,
they?
I've been bit by a fly. That's right. Well, there's horse flies. You ever been bit by a fly? That's weak, eh? When a fly attacks you.
Bit by a fly.
Sandflies,
A fly is, oh yeah.
not like a housefly,
No, like a little bit bigger than a housefly. They call them a horsefly.
like a blowfly.
Yeah, about that size. Yeah, I got bit by one over in Africa and it was sore. That's how you know you're weak, eh, when flies are getting you.
Kids, this is why you don't take mushrooms. Talking about eating corpses, Splinter. He eats his best friend. You know, Splinter's got a best friend, his cockroach. Gets stood on and then he eats him straight afterwards. Plus, he knows the tunnels, like the sewers, like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to hide a corpse for you really easily.
Yeah. I thought Mondo Gecko, just because it's just way too trusting. And would just do
I would not
anything.
trust that guy with anything, bro.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah, but even when the turtles basically betrayed them, he was just real nice about it.
Yeah, but
It's poor Ruddy.
Yeah.
you got to think longevity, bro. Like, you know, like, sure, he'll help you in that moment, but he'll probably befriend someone and be like, whoa, this is crazy. This is like the time I helped that Kahu guy hide a dead body.
Yeah.
Whereabouts? I'll just over here. We'll go and have a look.
Got to think about this.
The actual hiding, though.
Yeah, the hiding part.
The hiding,
he'd probably
it'd
help
be
you
all
with.
in.
The other part too, like about Splinter, was he arranged that that we're going to talk about soon. Was he arranged that birthday party for those guys?
Oh, yeah.
And he managed to sneak all of that shit into their little sewer. Like, go out, grab all of it, sneak it in. He's clever. He's really clever.
They're a bunch of thieves, eh? Like, if I'm going to be,
We need to crack down on crime.
we're going to start with rap men and watch fucking Hong Kong fucking martial art films.
The New Zealand elections in 18 days. If you want to vote for someone who's strong on rat crime,
Look, Actors got a
Matiu.
good policy on crime. We need to get all the baddies.
Matiu, strong on rat crime. Anywho, that moves us over to a Patreon question, and this question comes courtesy of our mate Nick Haskins, who's now on Two Peas in a Pod, and loved his latest episode, one of his latest episodes, On the Room. It was amazing. Anyway, what's Nick's question, Matiu?
What type of meal is this movie?
We probably, I'm not going to go very international here, but I went Burger Fuel, which is like a step above your takeaway burger joint, even though it is a takeaway burger joint, but it's not a McDonald's, it's not a KFC, it's not a whatever is in America, Wendy's, or what do they have over in America? That In-N-Out,
Yeah.
Carl's Jr., all that sort of shit.
Wendy's. I'm sure they got Wendy's there. McDonald's.
Yeah.
KFC.
It's like it's a takeaway burger place, but doesn't have a drive-through, and it sort of markets itself as like a gourmet burger, but at the same time, you're not paying ridiculous prices. That's what this is. It's very American, step above just recycled garbage shit that you get from McDonald's, but it's not great. No one sits around and goes, oh my God, remember that Burger Fuel we had 2 weeks ago? Oh, that was a tits. We should go back there when we can afford it in 5 years.
Oh, it's got to be a New York hot dog stand.
That's a good point.
It's got to be.
Iconic.
Iconic, yeah. Yeah.
But shit.
Yeah. Bit average, but it'll get
Always
you through.
disappointing after you.
But my main question around this was, how do these turtles manage to get their hands on so much hot pizza? Like, obviously not going to go into the pizza place and go, hey, I want 5 pepperoni pizzas, please.
Well, I'm surprised because in the original movies, they used to just like order the pizza place. The pizza place would come to a grate, and they'd be like, oh, here you go, and stick the money up through the grate, and then they'd sort of, put the pizza down through the slot.
Yeah.
And like I thought they might have shown that, but
Yeah.
And now they're straight up thieves, eh? They're straight up
yeah.
they go to the supermarket. They're just like regular teenagers.
these dudes do not have any money. Yeah, exactly.
Still anything that's not fucking nailed down to the floor.
If this was set in New Zealand, there'd be ram raids. Yeah. And I tell you what, if you want to vote for someone who's going to get strong on ram raids,
This for me. You missed the obvious one. This is pizza and anchovies.
yeah, it's too obvious.
Take
Yeah.
something good and then make it shit.
Shit! Wow. Do you want to shit sandwiches now? If you
I was
changed your
thinking
mind?
about it. Like,
Fish on a pizza is so gross.
yeah, oh yeah, it sounds hilarious. You're interested to see it, and
Like
then and after you've tasted it, you don't want anything more to do with it.
Like a fish burger.
In saying that, I've watched it 3 times. Well, at least I've tried it. You don't like fish burgers?
I'm looking at you, fillet of fish.
Fish burgers are just like me, amazing.
The less said, the better.
Yeah. There's no one here.
Oh, everyone here likes fish burgers.
I mean, there's people that like fish burgers, but I don't think they'd say they're amazing.
It's a regular thing on the McDonald's menu.
Why and how? Like,
Forever. It's up there with the cheeseburger in a Happy Meal.
Can you remember last time you had a fish burger?
never. I don't think
Never.
I've ever had a fish burger.
I don't think I've ever had a fish burger.
Are you serious? You
Like-
lived.
No, I'm saying
Anywhere, not a fillet fish or like.
Stop calling me Shirley.
Yeah,
I've graduated to that level. This has been a horrible, horrible week. For the last 2 weeks, actually, a horrible, horrible couple of weeks. Fern's been saying shit like, I'm hungry. Hello, hungry. I'm dead. What the fuck am I doing? I want to give myself an uppercut every time I say it now, but I've graduated to that dad joke level.
oh no.
Dad, I'm hungry. Oh, hello, hungry.
You know, on the
I used to have a daughter named Fern, but now I've got a daughter named Hungry.
Dad, look at my recorder. What recorder? It's gone missing all of a sudden.
Anyway, that does move us to question number 10. At what point should they have randomly burst into a musical scene?
So I think when they're on the roof and Leonardo is stalking April, something like Empire State of Mind by Alicia Keys.
What the fuck are you talking about? Well, Matiu furiously Googles scenes in this film.
No, I got it. My bit would have been when we would have waited to right at the end when the turtles are getting milked and they had the famous Kelly song, "My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard," and that's when they get like rescued.
Splinter comes in.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and Splinter starts taking on and Yeah, that would have
That was a bit BS, that scene, that he could take down all those henchmen.
Yeah. He can't even protect his sons and one on the street in New York.
That was one of my biggest loads of bullshit, was that he watched, kung fu movies, and he watched like a self-defense training.
No, this is good. This is funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but like they've moved away from him being like an amazing sensei who got mutated into a rat. Instead, they've got a rat that's been mutated into a human that's watched a couple of like
How the fuck would Ratman
Billy
become
Blanks and
really good? Like that was just bullshit. This one was like, let's crack up. That's so funny.
Actually, another thing about that scene, why weren't they milking all the turtles at once? Was there a reason for that?
they only got one milking machine, bro. Do you know how expensive milking machines are? We need our farmers in this country to be able to afford milking machines. And if you want to vote for somebody this election, it's going to help our rural farmland.
Rural farmers are the backbone of New Zealand's economy.
Exactly.
What do they call it? A rotary. It's a rotary thing, eh? Rotary.
Yeah, that's the one that goes around.
Yeah. But that's the one that they milk from. They didn't have one of those. It was like a
single
stand-up rotary.
Yeah.
They fucked it up. So they needed to be horizontal instead of vertical.
I don't know.
You can only fit one down the bottom.
Anyway, this is enough of whatever the fuck we're talking about right now. My musical scene would have been them entering school. I haven't got a song or anything. It would have been funny to have like a musical montage of them entering school. Maybe school's out for summer. No, that doesn't work.
They just
Try
started
again.
going to school.
Yeah, what? It's a musical scene. I hate this question. I only put this in there because when we did last time, you were like, "Oh, this is fucking question's fucking awesome."
Yeah, it is.
They could have had like
Put in a better effort.
Teenage Dirtbag or something.
Top quality podcasting.
I know you hate musicals. It's your fucking
I fucking
podcast.
hate musicals.
Put in the
I
effort.
fucking hate musicals. Why have I got this question in there?
There's no
Actually,
Nicolas
Right at the
Cage.
end, so I don't have to fucking worry about it. Nicolas Cage should have been Splinter. What the fuck?
Yeah, you could have put Teenage Dirtbag in here somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best one.
Hey.
Right at the end when they go to school.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Should we just make up
Yeah.
more answers that Sam can
Yep.
steal?
Yeah.
Next.
I think-
Whose questions round is it?
Okay, so down to my first questions. I love the scene in this film where Superfly talks about mollywopping that dude in New York. I was like, mollywop. That's a cool one to say. That's
It
probably
is.
the thing that I'm going to remember most, actually. But name the top 3 characters that you would like to mollywop in this film.
I mean, the security guard that loses an eye. Mr. Exposition, the one that, there's more exposition. When he's on his way there, he's like, right, now we've been armed with these mutant guns, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up. Him, and then his boss that's above him, and then Superfly. Fuck, I wanted to see him get the shit kicked out of him.
Really?
Yeah.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, baby.
Bum, 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 bum.
99, baby. I do not want to see him. I want to see him get mollywhopped.
He gets mollywopped as much as Jackie Chan gets mollywopped. Those guys are heroes, and they.
Well, who's
have it
yours
in their
then,
content.
Mr. Fucking Obvious? He's got an answer for my own question.
Actually, don't. April number 1.
Okay.
Rough.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't like it. I don't like April. I can't believe you guys do.
You're just like those people that were giving a shit about being Puke O'Neill. You're just one of those guys.
And then you take your pick on any of the 2 turtles. And as much as I
2
thought-
turtles?
Yeah.
There's 4.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know any of the 4. Sorry.
Raph was the man. He was cool.
Nah.
No? Okay.
You guys nailed it on the head. It was cool to see them be teenagers, and it was shit because they were teenagers.
Yeah.
The
whole lives ahead of them. God damn it.
Look how happy they are.
Yeah.
Hasn't the world beaten them down?
Yeah, Leonardo was definitely one, and I agree with you with the John Cena lookalike head henchman dude.
Yeah.
And the other one was Ray Fillet. He was so useless.
Oh, yeah, Ray Fillet as well.
He was just, what was the point of Ray Fillet? He just couldn't do anything.
Would you guys like to see a video of Ice Cube mollywhopping Post Malone?
Oh, yeah, for real.
Fuck yeah.
Sure.
For real? That would be hilarious.
And all he
right?
needs is it's a straight up Ice Cube with a mollywop hand.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray Fillet was like, have you seen that thing, The Masked Singer or whatever it is? And they're like dressed up as
Yes.
like monsters or something.
I have not, but I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's Ray Fillet. Hopeless.
Fair enough.
Okay, on to my second question. What mutant would you least like to milk?
Oh, I think it'd be Superfly, just because there's so many eyes. That'd be creepy.
Fly milk,
And he's
hey?
got those little kind of fine hairs that are real irritating.
Yeah.
I've eaten
Something like that.
a whole
Not into
like
it.
a fly ball. So it's like all these like sand flies all put together, and I paid for it and ate it. I
Why?
don't know, because it was one of those things. Like, do you want to eat this? Okay, I'll eat that.
This kid
And it
is
just-
why you don't take mushrooms.
and it just tasted like flies.
Why and
Imagine what
where?
flies taste like. Tastes exactly like that.
Where was this?
Oh, I was over in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
I was at Sam's house yesterday.
Yeah.
me and Farron was like, eat this. Okay.
Look how many I've got.
We'll put them together and I'll eat it.
Very accurate. He's not telling any lies right now. This is very much exactly what happened. Yeah, I mean, whatever that bug was, that was pretty weird. You know, the vermin or whatever they called him, the one that couldn't talk.
Oh, yeah. It was
Yeah.
just like outbursts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, my next question is 4 parts. No, you can just name. you can name
What the fuck, man? What the fuck is this question?
My 7-part 3 questions. So this question is what actors should have been cast for the voices of the turtles? You get to name 1 or 4, whatever you've got. And because I just didn't know any of these actors, and it was an all-star cast except for these young kids who play the turtles and I suppose April.
But
So
how many well-known teenage actors do you know, though?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hated
Exactly.
Joel Osment.
Yeah, exactly.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. The kid that threw the fucking baseball in Jerry Maguire. What the fuck, man? Listeners, here's an
Those kids on
insight.
that little girl on ET.
Oh, yeah.
Her name was Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore, yeah. Oh, the girl off Aliens. They mostly come out at night. Mostly. Her.
Well, there are no child actors anymore.
But sometimes during the day.
Julian Dennison, famous New Zealand Kiwi actor, Hunt for the Wilder People, Deadpool 2. Garbage since then. Oh, he's in Kong vs. Godzilla.
He's on a new Kiwi movie at the moment.
Yeah, his career is on the way down, isn't it? Here's an insight into our podcast. Listeners, this is like at least one time while we're circulating questions before the podcast, there's at least one question where you all go, what the fuck? And this was it. I was like, what the fuck, Machu? I don't know any actors under 20. Stranger Things kids? Who the fuck am I going to put for
Yeah,
this?
the Stranger Things kid.
Because he knows that he doesn't have to answer it, so he
Exactly.
doesn't give a shit.
Exactly. He's gone hard. He's gone really fucking hard. I was like, okay.
Name an actor.
Yeah.
From a movie.
Well, here you go. If I was going to do older actors, I would have done Andy Samberg as Donatello. He's got that nerdy energy.
Yeah.
Danny McBride as Raphael.
So good. Yeah.
Yeah. John Bernthal as Leonardo. He's got that sort of like gritty, leadery, but
Yeah.
Too serious.
then Channing all over your Tatum as Michelangelo.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Channing all over your Tatum.
Good
Michelangelo.
teenagers, those 40-year-old men.
I
Maybe Morgan Freeman as Leonardo. Clint Eastwood.
James Earl Jones as Leonardo.
Yeah. Clint Eastwood as Raphael. And you want a fun-loving party guy, so I'm going to go with Keith Richards as Michelangelo.
You could just deep fake the whole thing and just go with the Goonies.
The Three Stooges and Charlie Chaplin.
Easy questions, like always.
Yes.
Off to you guys now.
Yep. We've already done one of mine, so let's move us over to my second question. How long do you guys reckon the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles went to high school before they were like, yeah, fuck this?
When did they start? Did they start at year 9? Is that when they started?
Yes,
Or
that's
they- are they
another thing. Like they're 15 years old, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
15-ish years old, and they've just gone straight into...
Are they just Billy Madison the way through high school? We're gonna start. We start at preschool. 2 weeks later, we're into primary school, and then we're going to intermediate.
Their first year of class, they're like, I'm going to have to fail you because we were supposed to do a painting of your hand, but your hand only has 3 fingers on it and not the requisite 5. Listen, what the fuck? I've only got 3 fucking fingers. No. Look, you have to have 5. I'm going to have to fail you on your fingers.
Yeah, drawing weird pictures of where the ears are on the anatomy photo. Is that where the fuck is that supposed to be? That's not where ears are.
Where are your shoulders?
Your shell.
Your shoulders aren't your boobs, buddy. They are for me.
That'd be awesome at PE, though.
They would be, yeah. They would be. That mutant raw strength.
I I think just until the summertime, because, man, it'd be shit in the summer sitting in the classroom in those shells.
You're baking inside a shell.
Yeah, like cooking from the inside.
Aircon's broken.
Hey, are they cold-blooded or what are they?
Yeah.
Do they like the sun? They just sit there and do nothing.
Like all other animals, they don't sweat, so they'll be sitting there just like, I need to go swim in the pool again.
Yeah, give me the toilet. Go to the toilet again, miss.
Need my daily top-up of ooze.
And then my final question, I mean, is interspecies relations with a sentient creature okay? Because in this, Leonardo is like totally crushing on April.
Yeah, well, I said this before. It's unnecessary. Find yourself a fucking turtle mutant, eh? Like, come on. Get
Like
some
Splinter
ooze.
says, though, their mutant dating pool is very low.
Yeah.
And so I followed this up with, I mean, I know what Kahu's going to say. He's going to say gross. I don't want to talk about this. But, I mean, the question for you, what about hot alien? You know, like Gamora or something like that.
Whoa.
Would you guys be like, oh, yeah?
You went straight for Gamora, eh? That's
Because I'm a Marvel boy. What, you want Nebula?
yeah. Ooh, I don't know.
Superman?
Nebula's stunning.
Yeah. Well, go DC. Do you want Superman?
Superman. What? No.
I mean, the turtles could almost, like, manufacture their own partners, though, couldn't they? They'd just find a turtle somewhere and who's that?
if I was going to get introduced to a girl, interstellar girl.
Who's? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
If I was going for an interstellar girl, I'd be like, Captain Kirk, where are we off to? What bars are we hanging out with? What are the good ones?
So he's sleeping with a lot of green women. Would you be okay with that, sleeping with a lot of green women?
I mean, as long, I just have to, follow in the footsteps of the Captain Kirk King. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't think Peter Quill would be the one to follow. Peter Quill. Peter Quill, was it?
I totally forgot you're on here. That was the introduction to him. I totally forgot you're on here. He's just slept with some red woman. Yep, so I don't think we've got an answer to that, and good. That was my hard question for you guys. And anyway, Kahu, what do you got?
For my questions?
Correct.
My first question is, why do the turtles wear disguises when they've been in the sewer their entire lives?
Modesty. I think it's like taking off your undies, but it's on your face.
It's like, so the eyes are a little bit rude.
Yeah, look at woo. I've seen
even when they're with your bros.
He's got a monobrow.
No, it's like back in the day where like a woman showed her ankle. It's like, an ankle, yeah.
My whole body's pretty much naked, but what's under that? What's under that mask?
They're probably covering their ear holes, and that's like the most sensuous part of a turtle. I went for like protection from STDs. What? Exactly, I don't know. I've fucking given up at this point.
Sex? Are they do they lay their
No,
eggs somewhere?
next question.
It's not very interesting, is it? Who is the most useless of the mutants?
Splinter.
Splinter breaks 4 Ninja Turtles out of a highly secure facility.
He owns that whole squad of goons.
What does Genghis Frog do? Nothing.
He's a fucking rat.
Yeah, but
And he can't do shit.
Kicks
spent
the
his whole
shit out
life-
of an entire bunch of goons.
He spent his whole life in a sewer. Doing what?
So have you. But...
I'm not that bad at cleaning.
And if you want to clean up New Zealand, we need to...
Nah, Splinter, easy. He sucks.
I went with
The
Genghis
other
Frog.
guys
I don't know.
the other guys live above ground. They're dominating. They're about to change the earth for the mutants. They're leading a rebellion. Splinter's doing the fucking opposite. He's trying to hide till he dies.
It's almost like he's being like a rat.
I'm a survivor.
Exactly. I went with Genghis Frog. I'm pretty sure in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles there was the frogs and there was Genghis and Attila and
Attila the Hun.
Yeah, no, Attila the Hun. There was Genghis, Attila, and Napoleon, and I can't remember what the other one was. But there was the 4 frogs, and they were created to be the nemesis of the turtles, but they ended up being good guys. And on this, Genghis Frog just does fucking nothing. Same with what's his face.
Speaking of nemesis,
Ray Fillet.
Ray Fillet. He just wanders around singing. Half of these people are useless.
Speaking of nemesis, there's no Splinter. No Splinter. What did you think of that?
What?
No Splinter in the movie.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No Splinter. No Shredder. What the fuck? No fucking Shredder. What the fuck? Speaking of nemesis, no Shredder. There was no Shredder in the film.
I just wanted to see how long you go.
Katy Perry and Alicia Keys weren't in there either.
Where's Splinter?
Jesus.
Where is he?
Titty fucking Christ. What the hell?
No. That's Shredder. No Shredder. Shredder's such an iconic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle villain.
Well,
Where was he?
Do you find it bizarre that there's supposed to be 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but there was no Leonardo or Michelangelo in this movie?
They forgot the purple one. The one with the glasses. You know, he was in the film.
What happened to the yellow one?
do you also find it bizarre,
The new orange one instead of the yellow one.
Sam, that we've also all seen a lot of Marvel films that have mid and end credit scenes?
Yes, exactly. And some dude here clearly, who's watched the movie 3 times, clearly didn't see the credit scene that showed Shredder.
Matiu
There's a mid-credit scene.
doesn't hang around.
We know Machi doesn't hang around. Oh, this is finished. Oh, see you later.
Yeah, wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
No, but I don't really want to wake up and play the, hey, what's your name again?
So anyway, what did you guys think about Shredder just being in the end credits and not actually in the movie?
I'm not editing around this. Fuck you. You're making you look stupid 2 weeks in a row. If I'm eating a hat, you're eating whatever shit
Eat your
this is.
fucking hat. I want to see that shit in your mouth.
Yeah, fuck your hat.
On a tangent of useless mutants, you know how the Superfly when he went Super Duper Fly sucked in all these other animals to make this big whale type creature, and a horse came off that creature and ran away. Where did this horse come from? It was like he went into the sea. Or
Yeah, because you suck up everything, but then...
But there was a horse. Where did this horse come
He
from?
started going through the zoo and started swimming.
Oh, right, okay.
Like when a mum
They
horse
have
and a dad
horses
horse love each other.
But wait a minute, if you're in the zoo, are you like, oh, there's a horse? What are they going to show me next? Like a house cat?
It's like a New Zealand zoo, eh? Like a New Zealand zoo.
Yay, the pigeon pen. Oh, they just got to fly everywhere, these ones.
Listeners, the funniest part about this is we have an animal park that's near us, and the highlights of the animal park are a sheep, and here's a cow, and here's a rabbit. Oh, and here's some ducks that may be here for a little bit of the season. Depends on...
There's literally rabbits that sit on that roundabout in Toriko. There's heaps of them.
Yeah. There's a guinea pig that your kids can play with.
There are emus there, though. They're evil.
Yeah.
Evil.
No, ostriches, and you're not allowed to go anywhere near them because they'll peck your fucking eyes out.
They'll just look like they'll kill you,
There's this massive stag.
And if you want to clean up ostriches in this country, you need to vote for someone who's...
Down. Okay, and for my final question, who is the best Chris? The final word.
So the reason why Kahu brings this up is because Machi was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But when Splinter froze the party, he goes, oh, look, I've got Chris Pine, the best Chris. But he also had Chris Pratt, he had Chris Evans. Obviously, there's Chris Hemsworth, there's Chris Cooper, there's Chris Rock, there's Christina Applegate, there's Christian Slater. There's a lot of Chris's.
Chris Farley?
Oh, yeah.
Who's the Chris off Married with Children?
Kristen Wiig?
Christina Applegate.
Yeah. Kristen Wiig.
This isn't which one do you want to sleep with. This is like... Because we know it's Hemsworth for you, obviously. But I mean, it's like...
Crispin Glover?
Crispin Glover, yep. Christina Hendricks. She's... Well, you know how I feel about Ginger Woman. I married one.
Yeah.
And she is also a very...
Sam's just...
I'm waiting for Liz to go, shut the fuck up, Sam. Don't say anything.
No, we were all like, come on.
Yeah, go right ahead. She's a breath of fresh air.
Liz will be dark that Chris Hemsworth is excluded from this movie.
Yeah.
They had one Australian that hit their quota.
Yeah.
They had Rose Byrne that hit their quota of Australians.
The fourth best Chris.
No,
Chris Pratt's got to be.
It's got to be Chris. It's Chris Pine.
It is Chris Pine.
Any respectable rugby player in New Zealand who's had a fall from grace always rides the pine. So yeah.
so you ride the pine?
Not me. I start.
I hope. I wonder if anyone overseas understands.
I just come on the pine at the end.
Oh my god! What the fuck? What the heck? So riding the pine is sitting on the bench. I don't know if this translates internationally. I feel like I have to cover it. I mean, it's basically your star players turned into a piece of shit or fell from grace or got old or, never was actually that good to start with, but they thought they were, but there was no one else to replace them. And now they're riding the pine, which means they're sitting on the bench. Chris Pine also got DIC'd in New Zealand, which is
Really?
Yeah. They're filming Zed for Zachariah, and then they had a rap party at the pub, and then he went and jumped in his car and got fucking breathalyzed and was over the limit. So
crazy.
New Zealand police are... Very good at their jobs. Turns out.
Vote Matiu for.
And if you want better police officers,
If you want more funding in police people's hands,
if you want to pull over more movie stars that have been drinking, keep those dirty movie stars off the road.
100%. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Chris Pine. He's a legitimately good actor. You know, like Hemsworth hasn't. I mean, outside of Thor, hasn't done jack shit.
Who the fuck is
Evans has done a couple of alright films, but
He's kind of got the mana though, being Captain America.
Yeah.
yeah, he has. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Snowpiercer was really good, but aside
Yeah.
from that, there's not any. Whereas like Chris Pine, like he's done lots of films and he's been pretty good in most of them.
What about not another teen movie?
Oh, Chris Evans was amazing in that.
What about
I didn't want a Sunday. It was a
Scott
banana
Pilgrim
split.
versus the World?
He was good in that as well.
What-
Maybe Chris Evans is making a comeback here.
Yeah.
I think you're missing the obvious one. What about Chris Curtis?
Chris Curtis. He can play anything but a Māori, eh?
He's multi-dimensional.
He played a Māori in Fear the Walking Dead, the TV
Oh, is he
series.
straight up Māori in
He
that?
was straight up Māori. That was like, it was almost like a fucking relief went over. Like, I remember I watched the first 1 or 2 episodes or something, and they said, "Oh, you Māori people have a belief about returning the body to your homeland," and it was like, "Oh, yes, I'm a Māori." Like a relief of like, "Oh, I get to be myself."
If
I'm
I
not
get
an
no
Iraqi.
money for this whole season, can I just be Māori?
Can I just be Māori? I'm not Iraqi. I'm not Mexican. I'm not any other nationality they've decided to throw
Not
me
an
in.
Arab.
What about Christian Slater? Does anyone?
Oh, Christian Slater. Got Christian Slater.
Cuffs. How good was Cuffs?
Yeah, name anything else he's done that was amazing after that.
Broken
I was
Arrow.
about to say he was great in Zoolander, but that was a cacophony. I don't know why I've got those two mixed up in my head now.
I used to-
was like, oh, there's an
oh.
evolution. Oh, no, that was fucking cacophony as well.
Yeah.
Was he in Jumanji?
Nah.
I always thought that Christian
good-
Slater and the Aussie cricketer Michael Slater looked exactly the
was-
same.
Yeah.
He was in
Yeah.
that second movie of Lava Boy and Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
You think any of us are fucking... Oh, no, you got...
I've seen that. I have seen that.
The second
It's
version,
bizarre.
Heroes.
It's got Antonio Banderas in it.
Yeah.
He was good in Interview with the
awesome.
Vampire, and I want to say Mr. Robot TV series he was pretty good in,
Yeah.
but there's been fuck all else.
He was in that movie with the Patricia Arquette.
Oh, True Romance.
Yeah.
That was the man in True Romance.
Yeah.
This might be Christian Slater.
Yeah, Christian Slater. Yeah.
This might be he might be the best Chris.
Christian Slater? The best Chris?
Heathers was really good as well. He's actually done some really good films. Whereas with Chris Pine, like the Star Trek movies are great, but I mean, good.
So we've reviewed like Thor, we've reviewed Extraction.
Yeah.
And who started that movie?
The Aussie guy,
Yeah. What's his name? Kim from Home and Away.
Chris Noworth.
Skinny weakling Chris. No, we don't like
Let's
him.
move on. Let's move on and wrap up this podcast. Final question is a Patreon question. Comes courtesy of our man Dan of Netflix and Swill. Check them out. Great podcast. Great podcast. Covers all things Netflix related. His question, who is the true MVP of this movie?
Splinter.
Splinter.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know why he's so hard on him. He saves them, man. He
Yeah, I know.
saves them.
Coward in the
Saves the
corner.
day.
Him and
The coward.
April.
The coward, eh?
Yeah.
Never go out. He's got one of those what do they call those phobias of going outside?
Agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah.
That's your hero.
What's
Not me.
That's your MVP.
Nah, not me.
What's Splinter's weapon? Does he have a stick as well?
Yeah. I feel like like a walking stick. Like not a...
Oh, yeah, he does too. Yeah.
Thinking of classical Splinter, I found it hilarious how how Donatello was like, I've only got a stick. Why have I got such a shitty weapon? Yeah, it turns out to be the most useful weapon throughout so much of this movie.
You can do lots of things with a stick.
Oh, look at you. I knew this would get you going. Oh, I love Donatello. He's amazing. He's totally me. I mean, he's cool.
Great for
He's nerdy and fun.
great for drinking games. Jump over the broomstick.
Jumped over the broomstick.
Yeah.
I'd Superfly. Superfly's the man.
Yeah, he is the man.
He saved this movie. Yeah, like halfway through the movie, I woke up like, oh, Ice Cube, baby. And he dominated the turtles, and he had the cool plan, and he hated on the humans. All the right things. Like humans suck. Like straight up, they're shit. We suck.
It's funny because we as humans think we're awesome, but then you look at the amount of shit that we do to animals.
Yeah, he pointed it out, pointed all our flaws. He says, we'll just keep some of them for entertainment. Some of them can be food. And it's straight up what we do to everything else on the planet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was
Ooh.
like pointing out all our flaws. And
Deep
he's-
take.
Yeah,
Thanos did nothing wrong. I mean, Superfly did nothing wrong.
yeah. Click his fingers.
The one I had was like, first of all, I'll give it up for John Cena for letting his voice be changed and not giving a shit. But Paul Rudd, I thought Paul Rudd's character was fucking hilarious. Mondo Gecko,
Yeah,
or whatever.
Mondo
it is.
Gecko.
Mondo
Yeah,
Gecko.
yeah.
I mean, yes, it is Paul Rudd.
What's another actor that changed his voice? Groot?
Yeah.
Didn't expand the dialogue though too much.
Family, I am Groot.
Family, group.
Family, Groot. I'd love to do a word count on Vin Diesel, from the last 10 years and see how many different words he's used.
It'll be a race between him and Arnie in movies, eh?
Yeah. Vocabulary of 500 English words, max. And I mean max. This is probably more like 50. Anyway, that does take us down to the end. Thank you again to these guys. And thank you to our Patreons who have supported us through this and provided questions and all that sort of good stuff. Upcoming episodes, me and Liz and a special guest, potentially, are going to be doing Shawshank Redemption. Ooh. That's going to be the next episode. And then after that, the sky's the limit, but we might be doing Desperado. We might be doing Happy Gilmore. We might be doing
Billy
anything.
Madison.
Billy Madison. Who fucking knows?
Expendables 4.
Oh, the Expandables.
Is that what it is?
No, have you seen like the
Extendables.
Expendables have changed it to a 4 and it looks like Expandables.
Oh, that is
Like Fantastic, Fanforstic or whatever the fuck it was. It looks
confusing.
Expendables.
Detracts from the quality of the movie.
Top quality movie making. Anywho, yeah, there will be a couple of episodes coming up and leads us up to the end of the year where we've got some plans for our Christmas special, but who knows? If you want to get a hold of us, you can find us on email at mritqs@gmail.com, or you can find us on Twitter /X/ whatever it's called at Movie Reviews In, or on Facebook and Instagram at Movie Reviews in 20 Qs. Anyway, that's thanks from me.
Yo.
Here's a bit of trivia for you guys. You know the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Do you know who composed that?
No.
Chuck Lorre.
I still don't know.
Do you know who Chuck Lorre is?
Like 2.5 Men?
Created 2.5 Men
Yeah.
and Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
He's the original Charlie Harper. The actual Charlie Harper.
Yeah. That's Charlie Sheen.
No, but Charlie Harper, he's a...
Jingle, yeah. So that was Chuck Lorre. Chuck Lorre was a jingle man who then used that to segue into making TV shows.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, right?
Does he have a house in Malibu?
Probably.
No. And if I can dropkick brother, that's a chiropractor?
Probably. Does he have tiger blood? Probably.
Winning.